opened a new ready-made store for garments. So this is a new store, and as an inaugural offer, he gave this voucher which said that you are entitled to shop worth rupees 900 for free. So all you have to do is get this cutting along to the store and you can buy things for 900 free of cost. So there's this dress in the store which is for 3000 rupees. So a customer comes with that gift voucher which entitled him to shop for 900 rupees for free. Now the person liked this dress a lot. So to buy it, the amount that the customer would have to pay to buy this would be, this is for 3000 rupees. But since the person or the customer had the voucher which entitled him to 900 rupees free of cost, that 900 rupees would be subtracted. So the total cost would be 2100. So rather than paying 3000, the customer pays only 2100. So now, since the customer is paying 2100 or the shop gives the dress for rupees 2100, this is the selling price of this dress because this dress was sold at 2100. Then what about this 3000? Well, this 3000 was a price that was printed on this dress or was marked on this dress. Usually when we see a price written on the dress or on any article when we go to a store, then that price is the marked price or the listed price. Marked price or the listed price of that article, and the price at which you get that is called the selling price. Now this reduction in the price from 3000 to 2100 is what we call as discount. So all these gift vouchers are nothing but discounts. You might get discount in other forms also. If you get a free gift, that's also a discount. So from 3000 to 2100, this reduction of 900 rupees is nothing but a discount of 900 rupees. So how we get this selling price is marked price, which was 3000, which was listed on the dress. So this is the marked price minus discount gives me the selling price. So we know that here marked price was 3000. There was a gift voucher which is nothing but a discount of 900 rupees. So this gives me 2100, which is nothing but the selling price of this article. So this is how we get the selling price.
Now I would request everyone to note it down this formula, that is SP is equal to MP minus discount, or you can write it down in the full form as well, that selling price is equals to marked price minus discount.
Ma'am, MP is also CP.
Now there's one more customer that comes to the shop to buy this t-shirt. So this t-shirt was for 1200 rupees. The customer again comes up with the gift voucher which entitles the person to buy for 900 rupees free of cost. So selling price again would be marked price minus discount. Now this price which is listed on this garment is nothing but the marked price, which is 1200 rupees. The gift voucher for 900 rupees is nothing but discount. So that is the discount here. So the selling price would be 1200 minus 900, which is 300 rupees. So what we see is that the customer comes and takes this t-shirt which is for 1200 rupees for just 300 rupees. Now Rajiv is puzzled. He sees that customers are coming with those gift vouchers and taking things at much lower rate. In fact, objects of 900 rupees were given free of cost only. So he realizes that something is wrong. He cannot give a uniform discount of 900 because all objects have different prices. There are different prices at which they are marked. So the marked price of different articles is different. Hence he cannot just state one particular discount. So he tries to figure out a way. He tries to analyze this. And this is what he observes. He observes that for a marked price of 3,000. This dress was marked at a price of 3,000. He gave a discount of 900. Similarly, for this t-shirt which was marked at 1,200, he again gave a discount of 900, the same discount. So he tries to find the discount for 1 rupee. So for 1 rupee, which is marked price of 1 rupee, the discount would be 900 divided by 3,000 by unitary method. Similarly, we can find the discount for marked price of 1 rupee for this t-shirt also. So for this t-shirt, the marked price of 1 rupee would give a discount of 900 divided by 1,200. Now, since we found for 1 and which is a small number, we can find for 100 to compare the two. So what we do is we find for 100 by just multiplying the 2 by 100. Now this gives me 30 here. So this is 30. And in this case, I get 25 into 3, which is 75. So 30 and 75. That is for marked price of 100 rupees, discount is 30 rupees. For marked price of 100 rupees for this t-shirt, the discount was 75 rupees. So we get marked price of 100 rupees and discount. So this discount is per 100 rupees of marked price. Again, this discount is per 100 rupees of marked price. So this discount per 100, or I can say discount per cent. So this is nothing but discount percent. We say this is discount percentage. And discount percentage would be, now in this case, 30 is the discount percentage. And there's a symbol for percentage, which we put here after 30. So this means 30% of discount. Or the discount percentage in this case is 30%. Similarly, for here, discount is 75 per 100. So I can say 75%. This is the symbol for percentage. So discount here is 75%. So we get discount percentage like this. So 30% or 75%. So he realizes that for this dress, he had given a discount of 30%. Whereas for this t-shirt, he had given a discount of 75%. So what Rajiv realizes is that he should have a discount percentage rather than giving discounts. And well, this is what you observe also. Discount percentage is discount by marked price into 100. Remember this, that this is marked price, not the cost price, not the selling price. Discount is always calculated on the marked price. And why discount percentage? Because we've seen that this is a more uniform way of giving discount, whether irrespective of the price of the object, we can give a discount percentage which would be uniform for all the objects. Usually discount percentages are seen when there's a festival season or there's a clearance sale. Whenever you go to stores, you would see at that time discounts such as 20%, 30%, 65% off. So these are all discounts given in percentage. That is discount percentage. So now Rajiv also gives a discount percentage in his store. So there's this pair of jeans which is marked at 2,000 rupees. That is, the mark price is 2,000 rupees. And there's a discount percentage of 25%. So how much will you get this pair of jeans for? That is, you have to find the selling price of this jeans. We know that discount percentage is discount upon marked price into 100. Discount percentage is always calculated for the marked price. So it is discount by marked price into 100. From here I can say that discount times 100 would be nothing but marked price into discount percentage. Cross multiplying. So discount into 100 is marked price into discount percentage. From here I can find discount. So discount would be marked price into discount percentage divided by 100. So this is what I get. Mark price into discount percentage by 100. Now I write mark price as MP, discount percentage is discount. So I know the discount. I want to find the selling price, that is SP. We know that the selling price is marked price minus discount. This we already know, that selling price is marked price minus discount. And we know discount is this. So I can substitute the value of discount here, which would be marked price minus discount is marked price into discount percent. Divided by 100. So this is what I get. Now we will call this discount percent as D. We'll just write letter D to represent discount percent. So my selling price becomes MP minus, that is mark price minus mark price into D by 100. Now here mark price is common in both these terms. So I can take mark price outside. What I'll be left with is here just 1 minus here D by 100. This is what I get as my selling price. So I get selling price as mark price minus mark price into D by 100. Taking mark price outside, I get selling price as mark price times 1 minus D by 100. Now further, I can write this as taking LCM here, 100 minus D by 100. Further, this is what I get. So remember this, that selling price, when you know the marked price and you know a discount percentage, you can easily find the selling price using this formula.
So now I am going to show you that what a successive discount about is.
Zobi Sports is a store that sells sports merchandise. Now during the Indian Premier League of cricket matches, that is the IPL cricket matches, they got a lot of IPL t-shirts. Now the IPL cricket matches were over. So now there were a lot of t-shirts left which no one was buying now. So what they decided is, they decided to put up a clearance sale. So the clearance sale said, the clearance sale was just for 2 days. And it said they take an extra 30% off in addition to 70%. So now what does that mean? They're giving 30% off on 70%. That is 70% was there already. Plus there's this 30% more. So does that mean they're giving 100% off? That is, will you go to this store and get things for free? 100% off. Well, let's understand this. Let us say you go to this store to buy this t-shirt which is marked at a price of 3,000 rupees. So we know the marked price of this t-shirt, and there's a discount offer that's going on because of the clearance sale which says 30% off addition to 70%. So first let's find 70% off, because we would get 30% in addition to this 70%. So first what will we do is, we'll find this discount of 70%. Now we know the marked price, we know the discount percentage which is 70% off initially. So we can find the selling price. We already know the formula for that. Formula to find selling price is marked price into 100 minus D by 100, where this D is the discount percentage. So I can find this by, we know the marked price is 3,000. We know the discount percentage is 70% off. So D is the discount percentage which is 70 by 100. This is what we get. Now this is equal to 3,000 into 100 minus 70 is 30 by 100. So you get 900. So the price comes out to be 900 rupees. That is the selling price after 70% off. But you're not getting a 70% off. It says you have 30% off in addition to this 70% off. So this 30% off in addition to 70% does not mean 100% off. It means that you would get a 70% off first. So this becomes your price now. So my price now is 900 rupees, and in addition to 70%, I get a 30% off. So just for 70% off, I get this t-shirt for a price of 900 rupees. But now there's an additional 30% off. Now this discount is given on this discounted price already. So you found the discounted price after 70%, which is 900. Now the second discount which you're getting is on this discounted price. And how do you find it? Now you consider this as your marked price. Now this becomes the marked price. The t-shirt that was for 3,000 has now already been given to you for 900 rupees after this 70% discount. So now you consider this as your marked price and you get 30% off on this marked price. So we know the discount percent, we know the marked price, we can find the selling price. So after this discount, which is 30% discount, the selling price would be marked price into 100 minus D by 100. Now marked price now is this 900, which is the discounted price. 100 minus discount percent is 30 by 100, which gives me 900 times 70 by 100. This is 9 times 70. So price is equal to 630 rupees. So after 70% discount, price was 900 rupees, but you get a 30% additional off on this 70%. So now after these two discounts, the price is 630. So this 30 plus 70 is not 100. You do not get it for free. Now this t-shirt which was for 3,000 rupees, you get it just for 630 rupees after these two discounts. So what actually happened? Let us say the first discount was for D1%. So if first discount is D1, the selling price is marked price times 100 minus D1 by 100. So this, let us say you call this entire expression as P. So we call this entire expression as P. And this becomes the selling price, which is the discounted price. Now this discounted price becomes your marked price for the next discount. So for the next discount, this P becomes your marked price. So marked price, 100 minus D1 by 100. So now this marked price is P, which is this entire expression. 100 minus D2 by 100. Now D2 is the second discount that is being offered. So you're getting one discount after the other, that is two successive discounts. We call this successive discounts. So after two successive discounts, selling price is this, which is P into 100 minus D2 by 100, where D2 is the second discount percentage. So this is my selling price. But now we already know the value of P. This entire expression is P. So I can substitute this for P. So here I would get my selling price as, for P I would write marked price into 100 minus D1, which is the discount, first discount percentage upon 100. So this entire expression is P times, I have 100 minus D2 by 100. So I get my selling price as marked price times 100 minus D1 by 100 times 100 minus D2 by 100. Now D1 is the first discount percent, D2 is the second discount percent. So this